Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Amin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you are all doing well. And this is the Eid gathering organized by Postgraduate Student Society, PGSS, and Center for Postgraduate Studies. So PGSS actually doing a lot of program online this year due to Corona pandemic. So this is gatherings, inshallah, will make us happy because due to Corona pandemic, we didn't pray, we didn't able to go outside and celebrate our Eid gathering. Even some international students also unable to go their home country, and they are unable to meet their parents, family members. So I think this is gathering online make us some happy, and then we know our culture, tradition, what we are doing in our country. Every country has their own culture, own tradition, and own lifestyle. Especially in the Eid gathering, we visit our friends, our family members, and then our colleagues. So this time we miss everything due to Corona pandemic. So inshallah, today's session will make us happy, and then we will remember our tradition, culture. Of course, this time we make happy due to CPS and IIUM Management Committee. Alhamdulillah, they handle everything very well for IIM international students, as well as food and then medicine and then hostel. They manage and handle everything very well. So we are thankful to IIM and CPS and Mahalla office for their contribution and their help in very nice way. So are you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Continue.
We can hear you.
So now we can start with the presentation.
Sure, we can start, inshallah.
So before presentation, we have some announcement. Those participants will participate here. For 50 first participant have cookies. They will collect their cookies from CPS. And then we have another announcement about our survey. Please, those students, those participants here, please fill up the survey form. And another survey form about the postgraduate curriculum survey for postgraduate students. Please, after this session, fill up everyone the survey. Thank you very much for everyone to coming and join this gathering session. Hopefully, inshallah, all of you will enjoy some new unique things from this session, because we have, alhamdulillah, the four presenter from 4 countries. They will present their culture, tradition, what they are doing in their country, from Syria, from Bangladesh, from Iran. So, alhamdulillah, thank to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity to enjoy and gather, even though lockdown is still ongoing little bit. So inshallah we can meet by online, and then we can gather, we can share our knowledge through by Zoom. So thank you everyone for joining this program. So without delay, I invite Brother Ziad Badiun from Syria, President of Postgraduate Student Society, International Islam University, for present his presentation about Syrian culture, tradition, how they celebrate their Eid. Please welcome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for everyone to join us here in this section. Thank you, brother, for Burhan, for being the moderator for this section. Yeah, now we are far a bit from the academic things, going to something like interesting. It's really beautiful idea to have a cute section with the people, since it's just like for make some happiness, some memorize, and share the knowledge, share how people celebrate usually. So yeah, I will start with introducing myself. My name is Ziad Baydoun. I'm the president of Student Society. I'm doing PhD in architecture, and I'm from Syria. So I'm gonna share with you how usually Syrian culture, how usually Syrians, they celebrate their Eid, what is the things that they do before the Eid, within the Eid, and after the Eid, inshallah. So I will try to share the screen right now to show you some photos. So one moment. Okay, so is my presentation clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, that's good. So let's start about Syria. Syria is a country, is Arabic country, one of the Arabic countries. By the way, Arabic countries is 22 countries, and each country is totally different than other. So we are not similar to Saudi, we are not similar to Kuwait, we are not similar to Sudan. Every country has their own way to separate, you know. So we are totally different than other countries. We might be near a bit to Lebanon, we might be a bit near to Turkey, because since we are quite border to Turkey and Lebanon, maybe the food almost the same also. So I'm so sorry, I'm coughing a bit, so hopefully it's not interrupting you, inshallah. So before Eid, actually, what we do, before Eid, all the women's at home, even some of the very good males, they always get ready the kuwit, what it's called. We call it ma'moul in Arabic, which is kind of cookies. We prepare it before we go to, before we celebrate Eid. So before 3-4 days, they will try to do that cookies. So as you can see in the picture, some of the type of the cookies, the shape would be like flowers. Sometimes shape will be like some cute calligraphy, some cute geometrical designs. So all is like ready-made piece of wood. Then they will put it on the piece of wood, and then they will put inside either kurma or pistachio or walnut. So it's depend. So sometimes we do all the recipes inside. So after this, people, you can see like this is the ready one after they cook it. So they will keep it and they will store it before the Eid for a few days, and waiting the visitors to come, and then they will serve the visitors. If you don't have time, or if they are workers, or if they are someone who is like working, so they don't really have time to do these things at home, because these things is quite complicated. So they will go and buy from the shops, as you can see in the pictures here. People going and buying from the shops. In the shops everywhere, you can find everything actually. It just matter that you either do it at home or buy it from the shops. So people will be buying all this stuff before Eid and keep it at home, because at Eid, you know, everyone will be closed. So after we get ready all the food and all the things before Eid, the first day of Eid is the most powerful and beautiful day actually. So before we go to Eid prayer, we be sure that all of us, we pay our zakat al-fitra, and because if it's already prayed, then the zakat will be not acceptable anymore. So we need to be checked with the family, with the father, if there is the guys. I mean, like if there is like the big brothers or something like that. So we always ask them like if the zakat fitra already paid. If not, we need to pay it. So we need to be sure that the zakat fitra already paid. After this, we go to Salat al-Eid. We pray al-Eid. Actually, in Syria, the most beautiful, the most famous place to pray the Eid is Al Umayyad Mosque. So as you can see here, some picture of the Umayyad Mosque is very beautiful mosque and very big mosque, and most of the people will come to this mosque. It's around like 20,000, 30,000 people there to pray. It's really a very big number. You know, all the streets will be full of people. It's really something really affecting you and touching your hearts. You know. So after we pray Eid, actually we have a one tradition. One tradition things will be happening. Let me see, where is the other slide? Actually, after we pray Eid, we go and visit the graves. I don't have the slide. After we go visit, actually, after we go to Eid prayer, we go visit the graves of our grandfather, grandmother, if they are dead already, or maybe the father of grandfather or something like that. So we will go, if la samahallah, the father or the mother, or so we always go and read Al-Fatiha, read Ayatul Kursi, and we can say that we start celebrating the Eid actually within the people who already raise up and help us to be in this life. So as kind of appreciation, we always go bring some water, put some water on their graves, and ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and them, and remember that one day we will be on this place, and hopefully our children's and our kids will come and visit us, especially for Eid celebration and so on. So after we go and visit the graves of our people who is important to us, and they are already passed away, we go back at home, and then we do dress our clothes. This is our traditional clothes. Usually we do this kind of dress. For the male, we will do the shirwal. This is called shirwal. And this is abaya for the female. So mostly this is the most traditional dress. Nowadays, not really people following this traditional dress. In my hometown, they still dressing something like that. I still have this dress also. Maybe some of my friends, they saw me wearing this clothes before. So yeah, we keep trying to dress the traditional dress because it's kind of our identity. So we love to share the identity with people. So after we dress like that, we dress nice, we go and visit the most old people we have in the family. For example, if my father have siblings, so we need to visit his brother, the oldest one. If my grandfather is still alive, we go visit our grandfather. So our first mission is to visit the oldest person in the family. So after we visit the oldest person in the family, for sure the kids will go and take the raya. As you can see here, the old guy, he is giving the raya for the kid. So usually all the kids will go and take the duitraya from we call it idea in Arabic. So they go and collect the idea from the grandfather, from the father, from the people, you know. When we was kids, we really have a lot of idea, you know. And always our mom will tell us like, okay, give me, I will keep it for you. So since 20 years, I don't know where she go with the idea. So she just get it from us, and I don't know where is it. So this is happening with most of the kids. They will be controlled by the family. They will take their money and keep it to them, and then they will spend it to them like slowly with their needs and what they want. So after we visit the oldest person in the family, we go and visit the most old and lower, one by one. So we will go, for example, if my father got like 4 or 5 siblings, so we will go visit the oldest, then we will go back to the less old until it's reached to my father age. So we need to wait at home because people will come and visit us. So usually this is how they will celebrate the Eid. In Eid, we don't really cook anything. We just be served from the people within the cookies. We will feel very full with the cookies. And we have our own tradition meals. that we always repair. So after, before we go and eat, the kids will get the duit raya, and then they will go and play with, I don't know in English what is the name, with this kind of things that sewing and so old, you know. So people go and play with this kind of things, and sometimes we go and follow the kids. Sometimes the kids, if they are quite mature and quite old, I mean quite young enough, then they can go alone and play alone. So you can see in the picture how they are really enjoying. Very simple, actually. It's very simple things. I mean, like very simple equipments make the kids really happy. So this kind of things is not like, for example, like ginting, an existing place. No, it's not an existing place. They will, for example, we have the, for example, let's talk about IIUM. So for example, we have IIUM community area. So when the Eid will come, they will come and set up all this kind of games in the biggest area. For example, maybe the biggest area in IIUM, maybe the runabout. So they will do around the runabout all these games. So all the kids will come. So every year, every Eid, they will know that this place will be set up for the games for the kids. And after the Eid will finish, they will dismantle all these games and they will go back. So usually this kind of games will be set up only at Eid time, you know? So not like going to Ginting, very expensive places. No, it's very cheap things. I mean, I remember that 10 cent I was playing with this kind of sewing, you know? It's not really expensive at all. It's just like for kids, for fun. Not really. It's just like no even electricity. It's more in power. You know, manpower. You know, manpower is the person who will like move all this kind of games. So yeah, after they go, we will come back for sure. We will come back so hungry. So we will come back home. This is the main plate for us as Assyrians. And you know, the plate is different from each hometown, from each state. For example, you can see on the left, up on the left, this is my hometown state. They do it very thin. It's called sfiha, which is like beef, lamb and beef, and they put it on a small on the on ajin. The ajin, what is ajin in English? Huh? On type of bread, similar to bread. So we will, for in my hometown, we make it very thin. You know, the bread will be very thin and the beef will be so a lot. You know, some other hometowns they make it thick, like the down one on the right, on the left. You can see like it's really thick one. So it's depend on each hometown. Even in Syria, but they still everyone do it in his own way. So this one we call the sfiha, which is like beef with bread, something like that. So we get it ready before 2-3 days of Eid. We put it in the freezer and then we take it out and we just put it in the microwave. It will be totally fine. It can be eaten very easily. Some other people, they don't really do this. They love to cook. The people who don't really have much siblings to go and visit, so they will try to cook. So this kind of food, you know, this is like the one on the down one, it's called chakriye, which is kind of yogurt with beef and chicken. The upper one on the right, the first one is called fatte. Fatte is kind of bread and dal and also yogurt. Hummus, if you know hummus. So they will be mixed to each other and it's more in breakfast time, this one. The second one, which is tabbouleh, the green one, this is the kind of salad. It's called tabbouleh. It's very delicious. It's quite sour if people like sour. It will be like a parsley, tomato, and some kind of other like lemon and so on. The third one is called maklube. It's same as the cake. You know, it's the shape is exactly the cake. So we will like it's called upside down. They called upside down because they will put the beef at the end, at the first, and then they will put the vegetables up on the beef, and then they will cook the rice. After its end, they will upside down it. So the beef will be up. So that's why we call it maklube. It's very famous food. It's really delicious. By the way, this kind of food, I know that most of my Malaysian friends, Bangladeshis, and also most of the Asian, they love this maklube very much. You know, it seems like it seems nice to them, but maybe Fateh and Chakriya is not really famous to them because it's made of yogurt and it's very sour. So makluba is one of the main things that if I have a Malaysian friend or if I have like an Asian friend who want to come and visit me, so makluba is the best meal that I can serve to them. The other one is called mahashi. Mahashi is like the grape, the grape leaf. We put beef and rice on the grape leaf, and then we make it like a cigarette. Like I don't know how it's. We make it like we wrap it, and then we bring the zuniki. We empty the zuniki from inside, and we put rice and beef, and we cook that things into the fire, so it will become like this mahashi. So this is the most famous food things that we serve to our when we are in the Eid. Actually, we always serve this kind of food. So trust me, if you are on Eid time, you will be more full than full. You know, you will always eat and eat and eat everywhere you go. And if you don't eat, you know, people will say like, why you don't eat with our food? Is it's not delicious or what? So you will be in trouble if you didn't eat. So we always try like to eat a small meal from each house. Otherwise, the house will be get like, oh, you think my brother food is better than my food or what? Huh? So people will always complain. So you need to be careful. You need to accept the food. And in our culture, I mean, like in our hometown culture, we have a code. I mean, like you eat as much as you love us. So so imagine how much you're gonna eat because you just love us. You know, so always this is the kind of quotes they will always tell us before we start the meal. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. And Selamat Hari Raya. Kul aam wa antum bikhair. I hope, yeah, this slides showing you some of the very fast traditional things happening in our hometown. It's really kind of interesting places. It's really lovely to see your families around and you go visit your families, make fun with families, especially at night. All the families, they will go into one house, the brother house or the father house or the grandma house. They will go, all of them, like 40 50 people sitting in the house talking to each other, seeing each other, especially who working far. For example, I was working in Damascus and my hometown is near to Aleppo. So I need like to travel like 5 6 hours there. So I will see my friends, I will see my family. It's really kind of touch up, you know, like you will feel like it's touching your heart, you know, when you see the people like you long time didn't see them and sit with them, enjoy with them. There is no work to disturb you guys. So it's really helpful and beautiful, especially when our Eid actually is not only one day. Our Eid is quite different in than Malaysia. We are celebrating Eid al-Fitri for 3 days. So 3 days we are keep visiting each other, seeing each other before we go work, and then yeah, we go work, we start our life, and everything will become normal. And then we will wait for Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Adha for your information, our Eid al-Adha is 4 days. It's more than Eid al-Fitri. We celebrate Eid al-Adha, we get holiday for 4 days, or for Eid al-Fitri, only 3 days. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Brother Jihad, for your wonderful presentation. MashaAllah, you have very delicious and nice food in Syria. Inshallah, one day we'll visit Syria and we enjoy Syrian food.
I mean, you're welcome, brother.
So our next presentation will be by Brother Mateen. Mateen is the Vice President of Postgraduate Student Society, International Islamic University, Malaysia, and he is from Bangladesh. Please welcome Brother Mateen.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Brother Burhan, and thank you, Brother Jiyat. Actually, I was drooling when you were showing all the foods. It's a very delicious and quite different and various kind of foods, you know. Really looks
Thank
nice.
you.
Hope one day you will cook for us.
I mean,
Members, inshallah.
I'm ready anytime, brother.
Thank you. I would like to share with actually, since we are two people from Bangladesh that are going to share about our Eid festival, therefore we have separated our discussions or presentations in like I'm going to present, discuss or describe about the Eid preparations. So the rest will be covered by Brother Sanwar Hussain from Kuantan branch. He is the president of PGSS Kuantan campus. So let me share with you my slides first. Before I continue, I would like to play music that usually is very famous in our country when we see the moon of Eid al-Fitr. And this video actually will present some information about the celebration of Eid in Bangladesh. Let me know if the sound is okay.
Yeah, okay, sound.
All right, thank you.
রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির তুই আপনাকে আজ বিলিয়ে দেশ আসমানি তাকির রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির তোর সোনা দানা বালা খানা সব রহে লীলা তোর সোনা দানা বালা খানা সব রহে লীলা জাকাত মুর্দা মুসলিমেরা ভাঙাইতে নি জাকাত মুর্দা মুসলিমেরা ভাঙাইতে নি রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির আজ পড়বি ঈদের নামাজ রে মন সেই ঈদগাহে আজ পড়বি ঈদের নামাজ রে মন সেই ঈদগাহে যে ময়দানে সব গাজী মুসলিম হয়েছে শহীদ যে ময়দানে সব গাজী মুসলিম হয়েছে শহীদ রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির আজ ভুলে যা তোর দোস্ত দুশ্মন হাত মেলাও হাতে আজ ভুলে যা তোর দোস্ত দুশ্মন হাত মেলাও হাতে তোর প্রেম দিয়ে করবি সুনিখিল ইসলামে মোরি তোর প্রেম দিয়ে করবি সুনিখিল ইসলামে মোরি রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির তুই আপনাকে আজ বিলিয়ে দেশ আসমানি তাকির রমজানের ওই রোজার শেষে এলো খুশির ঈদ মুবারক ঈদ মুবারক ঈদ মুবারক ঈদ মুবারক ঈদ মুবারক ঈদ মুবারক
I hope you guys enjoyed. This is actually, we always hear when we see the moon for the Eid celebrations. So let me share with you guys my slide. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak to all the participants. And, as I mentioned that I will share the Eid preparation in Bangladesh, and the rest will be covered by my brother Sanwar. So Eid Mubarak, that's our letter, is Bengali word. I mean Bengali letter. We use Eid Mubarak, same meaning, same things. Okay, so when we start fasting, and during the fasting month, actually people prepared for the celebration of Eid. So all the shopping malls, all the markets will be crowded. And especially after 15th of Ramadan, all the markets and shopping malls will be gathered, crowded, because everybody is trying to buy some new clothes, because it's like a tradition that we must put on new clothes, new shoes, new slippers. I mean, celebrate Eid with new clothes. And that's why you will see that's a gathering in everywhere, all the corner of Bangladesh. Actually, it's not only Dhaka city or major city, even in the town. So people will go for actually traditional dress, which is called Punjabi. That's what I'm wearing, one of them. And you see that on the slides on right, those actually for the guys. So we have like different designs of Punjabis, their clothes, especially for the Ramadan. They actually designed new and try to bring something unique to attract people, because the more unique, the more expensive. And people spend actually for these celebrations. It's same as like in Malaysia, I guess, also Hari Raya. And the song that I play just now is similar to Bale Kampung in Malaysia. And on my left, you see that on the screen, the women's, they also go to market for their dress up. And my brother will show you later how actually we dress up. And you can see the gathering here. And next is the Eid preparation. So whole month, there will be a lot of magazine. It's like Eid fashion magazine with different types of design. The designers will come up with a new clothes, new design, and the girls, especially all the women, they will decorate design their hands, fingers with henna. Henna is very popular in Bangladesh actually. I think almost all of you know henna, and because you will see in Malaysia, especially in capital market or in Pasar Sini and Bukit Bintang, a lot of henna artists. So yeah, and also they clean their houses, the areas, they put new clothes, new curtain, new tablecloths. Because everything they want to change to new. And it shows that how much we actually like to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. This is a very precious to us. So the next is the most exciting. Maybe you guys have surprised that what you can see, the train, a lot of people. It's actually taken from Dhaka city. Well, it looks weird. It looks like it's surprising, but actually the underneath intention, the tendency that people, how excited to go back home to celebrate Raya with their families, because Dhaka city is overpopulated as Bangladesh. I mean, the density of population is very high. So, and everybody gets holiday in the same time, because the public holiday for the Eid al-Fitr is 3 days only. So they might get 1 day earlier or 2 days earlier. So all the people together, they want to go back to their hometown. So the transportations are not available. That's why they try their best to go back home a day early or 2 days earlier, whenever they get the leave. So that's how it shows that how the emotion, the tendency, that how they actually enjoy being with family in Idul Fitr. That's why they forget about the risk. They take all the life risk to go back home, to be with family, to their kids, to their neighbors, to their relatives. It's just because some people in their village are waiting for them, waiting for the breadwinner, that he will come from the town, from the city, with new clothes, with new foods, yeah, with foods, and also they will see each other, they will see the family for long, after long time. So this is the emotion actually. So I never find this photo is weird. I find it is the emotions is here, the intention to celebrate Raya with family. Well, so the before Raya, actually, like in Malaysia, unlike in Malaysia, we don't be declared, our government doesn't declare earlier that the Eid will celebrate on that day, because we always wait for after 29th Ramadan or definitely 30th. So we always declare our Eid celebration through see the moon. So on 29th of Ramadan, everybody, especially I also remember when I was kid, we used to look up to the sky to see the moon. If there is a tiny moon, that means tomorrow Eid. So that's the celebration. All the young peoples, adult peoples, they always just look up the sky, see the moon. And we wait until the last midnight, until the midnight with the television. If we don't see the moon on 29th, still we wait. If the government declare, or if anybody have seen, it will be declared through the televisions. It happens actually several times that we haven't seen the moon, but at the end, like 12 midnight, it was declared on the television or in the radio, in the news, that tomorrow will be Eid celebrations. So we had to prepare it. Immediately we have to rotate that, okay, tomorrow we're gonna celebrate. So people or someone will go to the mosque, so they will announce tomorrow will be Eid. Everybody was like in the sleeping mood or whatever. So all of a sudden, when they have determined, when they have already acknowledged that, well, they haven't seen the moon until midnight, so it would be next day. The following day, day after tomorrow. But in the middle of the night, they have heard that tomorrow Eid. So it's actually an excitement. Was waiting for the moon, waiting for the father, maybe because he's working outside, or waiting for the relatives. It's all like gathering with the relatives, family, neighbors, like us, when Eid celebrations is during the Eid celebrations, from the city we have to move to the village. It's because the village is the root of our ancestor, of our family. So we move to the village to celebrate Raya, celebrate Eid, not only with the family, with relatives, with neighbors, and we all gather together. So this is actually amazing. Anyway, I would stop until here. The next will be covered by my brother Sanwar. Assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Brother Motin, for your nice presentation. We really enjoy our tradition and culture regarding Eid celebrating in Bangladesh. So thank you again. So next presenter will be Sister Rose from Iran. She is also a member of Postgraduate Student Society, International Islam University, Malaysia. So without delay, I would like to invite Sister Rose to present her presentation about Eid celebrating in Iran. Please welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
You hear my voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really happy to join this session, and I want to say Eid Mubarak to everyone. May Allah gives you lots of happiness, wisdom, health, and wealth. So, I'm Rose. You introduced me already. I want to share about the culture of celebration the Eid al-Fitr in Kashmir, which is located in Iran. So I need to start with introduction about Iran, that where is it, and okay, so we start. First of all, the official name of my country is Islamic Republic of Iran, and some people also call it Persia. It's located in Western Asia, which is border with Turkmenistan, Turkey, Iraq, with United Arab Emirates, and also it has about 81 million population, which based on the statistic in 2018. Sorry, actually, Iran has about 32 provinces, and each provinces they have their own culture. And these provinces they have many villages and also many cities. That each cities in these provinces they have their own culture also for ceremony, for clothing, for food. And beside the provinces, Iran has a variety ethnicity. We have about 65% Persian. We have Kurd people. We have minority Arabs. We have Turk people, and here I mentioned in the list. So, based on differences in provinces and different ethnicities, so Iran is really, really multicultural. That my culture, I cannot generalize to whole of Iran. We have some similar celebration, but we have a very specific culture for clothing and food. So I come from Kashmir Island. Kashmir Island is located in the south of Iran. Uh, my province named Hormuzgan. It has about 13 districts and also 69 municipalities and 2046 villages. And each of these villages and cities, we also have a minority differences in our celebration and cultures also. Actually, Kashmir Island is the 2.5 times size of Bahrain country, and Kashmir Island have 59 towns and villages, and it has about 1048 population based on a statistic in 2016. Okay, now I want to show you first the attraction of Kashmir Island. Actually, Iran have many attractions, many places to visit. So I just talk about Kashmir Island. The first one you see, we call it Chaco Canyon. This canyon is formed by rain, and it has really nice shape, and also it has been listed as a UNESCO geopark. Uh, when in winter it rains, this whole day will be full of water, which it has really nice view. And also when you enter this part, is you feel that the weather is cooler than out of this part. Next one, when you come to Kashmir Island, you should visit the world's second largest salt cave. Actually, the first largest salt cave, it's found in 2006 in Israel. which named Malham. Till 2006, Keshm Island Salt Cave was first largest, but after that it have been rated as a second. And next one is Harbat Cave, or some call it Khorbas Cave. That it have been, and you see the some stone shaping on the cave, which is come from ancient time. Next one is a Star Valley. A Star Valley actually also formed by rain and wind, but there are some people they believe that a star fall down from the sky and this shape, and also they believe that at night when they stand in this place, they see all a star gathered together, and it has nice view. But because it's so we can see indoors at night, usually people don't go there. It's so scary. And next one, we have Portuguese Castle. Portuguese Castle. This in Iran we have several Portuguese castle, which this part, which is located in Kashmir Island, it was the place to store the weapon for that time. Beside all this I showed, Kashmir Island is really a hot place, and we have like a desert and rock and these things. But the nice things about Kashmir Island is we have also a jungle, and we call it jungle haro, and in English mangrove forest. And next one, if you want to see how they build a traditional boat with wood, you can go to a workshop there, and they will show you. Sorry, I'm hearing my voice. And these ships, before they use for transportation passenger from my island to other cities, and for short places, and also to move to export and import the stuff from Dubai to Kashmir Island or other cities for short places. Nowadays they don't use it much, but when I was child, I remember we use this for transportation. But nowadays they stop transportation by this, and we use like other boats, electrical boats. And next one is crocodile breeding farm, which in this farm you can see the crocodile from egg to big size. And next one, we have natural, it's not zoo because we don't keep in zoo. You can see naturally dolphin in the morning. We have many other attraction in this small cache island, and I call it like wonderland. But okay, I shift to talk about eight. I think it's enough till here. Thanks for listening till here. So now we go to eight celebration in Kesh. Actually, in Kesh Island, from some days ago, we start to tidy up house, and some people rearrange the decoration. Usually put the time before the 8. So after that, usually we buy new clothes for 8, most of the time actually. And that clothes, I'm gonna show you the picture after I explain. And we have traditional clothes, which sometimes we should order from someone's sooner, 2 or 3 months, sometimes 8 months to prepare for female. But for men, they wear shirt and t-shirt and normal clothes. 2 nights before 8, the females will start to making dessert, finger foods, and we call this picture, as you see, sofra 8. Sofra 8 is the tablecloth we put in the day of 8 from morning till midnight. In the day of 8, when the men come from saying pray Eid al-Fitr, first they come to their home and say Eid Mubarak to their family, and then they go to visit other relatives. From morning till Zohor pray, it's men time. Only men, they go visiting relatives, all relatives, and they should eat at least a little of anything. Because if they do it, usually the host will be sad. And also in the morning till noon, children, they will go outside by walking. They go and knock the doors, or if the door is open, they enter, and they get money. And in Eid, only they give money for children. After Zohor play till afternoon, it's rest time. Actually, in this date, women rest and they don't cook lunch, and also the meal are already full. So from afternoon till midnight, sometimes it takes till 2 a.m. It's woman time that only women go to visit relatives. And sometimes they go by walking, sometimes they ask their husband or brothers to take them to a house and then to other house. And usually women sit for half an hour or 1 hour, but for men they usually sit 5 minutes and they leave. And okay, in second day of Eid al-Fitr, we all gather in the oldest person house, and they usually cook lunch for us. They host lunch, or sometimes we go only for tea time and we eat like dessert and little stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the picture and then I explain more. As you see in these pictures, I'm gonna talk about the clothes, the shalwar, what we call a trouser, and chador, which is long scarf, and this embroidery, which we call it globa tunduzi. Okay. As you see, these are some design of the shalwar bandari in Kashmir Island. Actually, it's not only for Kashmir Island. In south of Iran, we wear like this, and it takes sometimes some months to prepare for you, because that some months before Eid we should order a tailor to make that for us. And these are some clothes. We say lebos bandari. Actually, bandar is same word as Malaysian here. It's a place that they have sea, so it's related to the people in south of Iran. And as you see, they also need some months to prepare. But there are some people who they don't wear lebos bandari. They wear like other clothes, other design, not embroidery, as you see in this picture. After that, in Kashmir Island, we must wear a long scarf with our clothes. We cannot wear a short scarf like we wear in Malaysia. We should have long scarf, which we call it chador. I want to show the comparison between Bandari clothes or Kashmir clothes and Iran national clothes. Actually, these clothes, we call it manto, which is like long coat. These clothes, we all of Iranian they wear this. It is not belong to a specific city. So when we go out or any places, we usually wear like that. And it we wear with jeans. It has like short and long, or sometimes we wear with a skirt. So let's go to Sofra 8. And these are two samples of Sofra 8. Now let's see what we have in Sofra 8. We have actually dessert, cookies, we have cake, and also other stuff. Here are some samples we use in Sofra 8. We use a pirashki, which it has like meat inside it. We have salad macaroni. Um, from the name, it's obvious what's that. And also we have a jeep dodger. It's made from toast bread. And also we have dolme that I think all of you are familiar with that. Also sambuse, you're familiar with that. Actually, the pronunciation is a little bit different. And also we have a salad more and cheesecake lotus. Usually we have in our 8, sofra 8, plain cake, also vanilla dessert, basbousse. We have many things. So I just put some dessert and fruit randomly. Okay, as I mentioned, I said in second day of 8, we go to the oldest person house in our, I mean, in oldest person in relatives, and they cook for us. If we go for lunch, uh, they cook korma sabzi. Korma sabzi is really delicious, and I recommend to you to try it. They usually make with meat or chicken. It depends on the person, they preference what they want. But I hear that with meat is really amazing. But because I don't eat meat, I I don't know. But you should try and tell me. And also we have qaime. Qaime is also made of chicken or also meat. As you see, we have a yellow rice. This yellow is because of the saffron we use, and Iranian rice is famous for using saffron on it. And next one is zeresh polo ba murg. Murg means chicken, and zeresh polo. Zeresh is a raspberry that we use the rice with saffron, and also we add some pistachio to the rice. And the next one, sorry, I didn't edit. This next picture is ash. Uh, I don't know how I Megu, I don't know how it deleted the picture. The next one is ash, which we make with peas and these things and vegetables. And actually, uh, when we go to their home, usually because in 8 we don't see all people, and in these days we can see all cousin, all aunts and everyone. And cash celebration for 8, it takes about 1 week. That after second day, the others, then the other friends or people we didn't see, so we go during this 1 week. So that's all from me about Kashmir Land. Thank you so much for your patience and your time.
Thank you, Sister Rose, for your
Most
wonderful
welcome.
presentation. Really, you have very good island, nice island, and good food. Also,
Thank you
you
so
have very
much.
nice cloth. I realized that we have some similarities between Iranian cloth and Bangladeshi cloth, and in food also we have some similarities. But you
Yeah,
have very wonderful island and cape and valley. Inshallah, one day we will visit if coronavirus
yeah, I
gone.
will be your tourist guide if you travel there, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
we have another announcement. Uh, if anyone of the participant want to share their Eid celebrating, you are most welcome after last presentation. So last presentation is from Kuantan PGSS President, Brother Sanwar. He also from Bangladesh. So now I would like to invite Brother Sanwar to present his presentation. Please welcome. Do you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Allah Barakatuh.
Can you hear everybody?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, can.
Uh, yes, yeah. Let's start my presentation, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you everyone for being present in our online Eid gathering session. So at first, I will introduce myself. As mentioned, Brother Burhanuddin, I am Muhammad Sanar Hussain, currently doing a PhD at Kulia of Allied Health Sciences. And at the same time, I am president of PGSS. I am Kontan and also the PGSS Kulia of Allied Health Science. So I will share my presentation slides, then I will go one by one. Actually, the brother Abdul Matin already talked about the Eid preparation. So I am going to off my the video because I am using my mobile phone, so keeping in hand is somehow discomfortable to continue. Is it okay if I turn up my video?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. So, as Muslim, everybody actually in different culture or whatever the thing, the basic thing is same. So when the Eid moon, we see the Eid moon. So we started to greetings the family and friends. We just say Eid Mubarak, or in Bengali we say Eider Shubetcha. So I would like to introduce our country or the demography of our country first. I think most of you know where is Bangladesh, and it is one of the densely populated country. Its position now is number 8 densely populated country. So although we know our country name is Bangladesh, but the official name is People's Republic of Bangladesh. In Bengali, we say Gono Prajatantri Bangladesh. And I also show our national flag. So within the green rectangle, there is a red circle. So the green rectangle is indicating the lush green field, and the red circle is indicating the rising sun, as well as respecting our martyrs in the liberation war. So we become independent from Pakistan in 1971. So the name of the capital of our country is Dhaka, and we have mainly the Bengalis ethnic group, which is 98%, and other minority groups 2%. So this minority groups is different small tribe in hilly area with at least 18 groups so far. And based on the religion, we are the Muslim majority country. And we also have the Hindu friend, Buddhist friend, and Christian friend. And according to the 2017 population statistics, we have 161 million people, which is around 5 times more than Malaysian population. and our land area is 1,570 square kilometer. So this is the brief about the demography of our country. And our neighbor country is India, Myanmar, so in three other side is situated India and Myanmar, and other side is Bay of Bengal. So I think so far everyone heard about the Cox's Bazar, the longest sea beach in the world, which is the 155 kilometer long sea beach. So straight away I'm going to the Eid celebration. So on the day of Eid, we have every country have their own cultural costume. So in our Bengali, we wear the, as shown in the picture, for the male, the Punjabi and Pajama, or we call the lungi. So and for female is shari. So this is the so far the traditional dresses. Always we wear this, but for the female, we also have the salwar kameez, and mostly the salwar kameez wear by the unmarried female, and for married female, they wear the shari as shown in the picture. I choose the cute baby girl. So on the day of Eid, at the morning, we started to prepare the morning meal. Usually the sweet item. So after eating some sweet item, we straight away go to the Idgah prayer. So wearing the cultural costume. So usually we pray in the open field. So one of the biggest Eid Jama situated in the northern part of Bangladesh. The name of place is Sholakia. So which is accounted almost 100,000 people pray together. So this is the biggest Eid Jama in our country. And the Eid Jama we celebrated in Masjid also we celebrated, where especially in the city area if there is no open field. And after the Eid prayer, we embracing each other and say the greetings. As like I said, the Eid Mubarak. So actually the Eid Mubarak, we say whole day, whatever that we meet the person first time on the same day. So we just greet Eid Mubarak. And this is the traditional food. In the top picture, I shown the shamai. We called it shamai. Actually, this is the something like thread, long, which is made with the wheat flour. So we prepare this food with the milk, and we also give some the kismis, some different kind of nuts. Actually, this is the traditional food. We eat before go to the Eid prayer. So after come back from Eid prayer, we have various kind of foods. I actually this foods is almost similar with the all other country, but just the cuisine, the preparation style is different. So and we have the different name. So this on the yellow color food, we call it jodda pulao. This is also the sweet item, very delicious. But most of the family prepared this one. And here I also shown the different kind of foods. Actually, as a male person, I don't know also the all the food items how to cuisine, how to cook. However, the all items are very delicious. We always taste it. So after the Eid prayer, when we come back at home, so we started to visit our neighbors or relatives' house. So whenever we visit our neighbors or relative house, always the eating, makan. So every house when we enter, as Brother Zaid mentioned, so we must need to eat at least the little bit. If we don't eat, our neighbor or relative will keep mind. Maybe they will uh, somehow say something in our the local slang. So we must need to try to eat something. So just I shown the picture. This is the somehow we traditionally sit together and eat in our relative house. After this, we started to gossip if we have time or we don't have any other plan. And actually, the Eid day, the most exciting thing for the kids. So kids is happy when they say salam to the elder, even if he is 1 year or 2 months elder, is still happy that they want to get idi. We say idi or eat salami. So they just they want deserve some gift from their elder person. So the morning time. So when we come back from Eid Jama, so we started to make happy our children. So the celebrating Eid in city area and the rural area is quite big different. In city area, usually very the empty because the most of the people from the villages they return back to the villages, as Brother Abdul Matin shown on a picture who is showing the train. So people is get in the train to go back balik kampung. So the return back the villages. Actually, this is the happen in only in yearly 2 times if there is any long vacation like 9 days, 10 days vacation. The people go back hometown. So it since our population number is high, so every transport is become very crowded. So in the city area, usually after Juma prayer or after lunch, people outing nearby city places, park or any the museum. So this is the happen in the city area. Also, they visit the park and they enjoy different rides. And the village area. So usually in the evening time, we arrange we call it fair. Usually it situated in the bank of river or in the very popular place in the village area. So different villages have their different culture. So I am just trying to compiling the different the program organized by different region of our country. So in the village fair, we can usually we gather together and we enjoy the many things. We can buy the different items. So here I mentioned some handicraft. Also, we can get this special item only such kind of fair time. So usually we cannot buy from the shopping mall in generally, but we can get it in the traditional fair. So this is the limited things we can buy. You see there is this the soil clay made the cooking items. So I'm going to the next slide. So also the new couple or the family men visited different shop and they can buy. As I mentioned, this is the village area, so they arrange the shop like the Malaysia. You can see the evening market. Those something like the same way the shopkeeper arrange the shops and people go see and buy their like items. So also in the eat fair, they arranged a lot of food items. So as I shown in the first picture, the top left side, this is the dry food item. So most of them are the sweet item. So different items have the different tastes. So this is called we call the chanachur. We call this one the this one. I don't know the English name, but we in our Bengali we say something the kotpoti or something like that. We also prepared the piyaju. We mix dal with the onion and some wheat flour and just fry in the deep oil. So it looks like this. This looks like this, and we called it piyaju. So this is really tasty. Every Bangladeshi enjoy this food item in the evening market or in any traditional exhibition. And also we prepare different kind of sweet items. So this called the kalo jamun, this called the rasgulla. You see, this is the food in deep in the syrup, sugar syrup. So we call it rasgulla. So different food items have the different names. And this one, I think there's some of my friend already tasted. This called the jalapi. This is really very tasty, especially during Ramadan in our breaking fast time. If we don't have this jalapi, we sorry, we feel something missing in the iftar time. So in the village fair or the Eid fair, so actually this is the traditional fair, and we usually once or twice yearly we arrange this kind of activities. There are some kind of the folk song. So some magician show some magic like the bioscope, something like that, and also some spiritual singer they song like the Marifat song. So also there are some cultural dance program or singing program. So this is commonly organized in our Eid fair session. Now I am going to share some games usually organized in the same day on Eid or the following day. So this is called Hadudu. This is our national game. So in this game, always as you see the two parties. So this is really interesting. Later, if we have another scope to show some video, we will share this video. I think it's something like a rugby in the international level play something. So this is really enjoyable and interesting. In my childhood, I was really good Hadudu player. Usually, somehow my strength was my energy was very high compared to my peers. So usually I own the hadudu because of my the physical strength. And this is really enjoyable game. So this is our national game. Again, I'm saying hadudu. And here also the arrange some the cricket international game, also the football. These two games nowadays people don't play the hadudu. Actually, for the hadudu, we need the special kind of the playground, the soil playground with the soft soil, because for the hard soil we cannot play it. And as the in urban area, it's rare to get the soil, something like that. So people enjoy to cricket or the football. So they enjoy this game. In the same day, usually in my hometown is the Tangal, one of the central district of area of my country, almost the center point next to Dhaka. So the horse race is very traditional in our region. So in every Eid Fitri, on the same Eid day, we arrange this horse race. This is really interesting, and the people come from very far. Some people started to walk since morning to see this horse race at the evening time. And if the river is full of water, also the boat races arranged during the Eid time. It depends on the rainy season. So it's relevant to rainy season. So if the Eid is nearby the rainy season, so we arrange the boat races. This is really interesting, and this boat, you see the very narrow boat, and 25 to 40 people sit in one boat, and they started to race. And this boat is especially designed for the race. So for the public transport purposes, boat is different from the racing boat. And the Eid day, also we have the tradition to do some charity. We visited the orphanage houses. We feed them eat special foods, and we also give them some the cash. It's depend on the person who is doing the charity, and also some rich people from the villages, they invited the village people to come and enjoy their foods together. So this is the scenario of Eid festival of our country. So I tried to focus the other side of the Eid festival. So Brother Abdul Matin shared the preparation. So I tried to focus on the activities we celebrate on the Eid day. And I also want to share that like the Brother Zaid said, they celebrate the 3 days. In our country, for Eid al-Fitr, we also celebrate 2 to 3 days. It depends on the holidays period from the government. And after the Eid day, maybe the second day or third day, usually some people, especially the young people or unmarried friends, teenagers, they visit the historical places. This is also the part of each celebration, because the other time the friends are far away from each other. They don't have time to meet together, so they try to enjoy this Eid vacation to visiting the nearby historical places or only the places. And also the another tradition in our country, the most of the marriage ceremony it's organized after the Idul Fitri or Idul Adha. This is the, I think, the almost the 50% marriage ceremony we organize after the Idul Fitri or Idul Adha, because only that time we have the time to get together. So we try to take this opportunity. And also we try to visit our bit far relative houses because of the Eid celebration. And some common thing for Muslim, we also recite dua for our ancestor who already died. We also visit their graves and recite the dua for their the peace. And as we know, so this is the pandemic time, COVID-19, and this year its celebration, actually that was entirely different from the other years. In Malaysia, we didn't pray for the Eid prayer, but in our country still they prayed the Eid prayer, but in small scale in the masjid, not like the open field. I shown you the big jama, so not really like that. And I would like to ask all of your dua for my country, because the COVID situation yet not under control in my country. Since it's almost 3 months, but the number of infected person is still increasing. So I just seek all of your dua for the best outcome from this COVID pandemic. I think that's all from my side. So I would like to open for the audience. If you want to know anything more about my country, maybe later you can contact with Brother Martin or Brother Buhan, who is also from Bangladesh, or any Bangladeshi people, or to me to know the culture of my country, because this is the limited time and we only focus on the Eid celebration, but we have the many other cultural activities. So you are welcome to know our country's customs and culture. I think that's all from my side. Thank you everybody for being patient to listen my speech. So thank you everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
I have a question, brother.
Yes.
Hi. Okay. Thank you so much, brother Sanwar Hussain, for joining with us. I am Mahfuza Sultana. I am a vice president of College of Engineering. So I really found you here as a speaker. So I feel really glad because I'm also from Bangladesh. So may I know about your campus? What kind of activity was held during Eid?
During Eid, actually, inside campus there is no activities, and as I stay off campus, since I'm married, I stay with my family. Actually, I just communicate with my peers over phone. So actually, I don't know the real scenario inside how they conducted the Eid, but as I knew, they only pray at the room. There is no congregational prayer for Eid. And for the food purposes, whatever the food supplied by the university, only that, no other activities arranged inside arranged inside the campus.
Okay, that's great. Any kind of fireworks or any kind of activity, small kind of, is there anything? Fireworks.
No, no fireworks, because usually this one do by the small children, not by the younger people. So I didn't notice anything like this firework.
Okay.
And I
So,
want to share one thing that actually our content campus is quite different from Gombak campus. So firstly, the international student and also the PG student number is less. Is around, although in the officially is there are more than 600, but 250 from medical doctors. So really we don't get in touch with them. They are busy in hospital or somewhere else. So we have around less than 400 PG students, and everybody busy with lab work. Even we very few people we personally know. So this is the real scenario of Quantum Campus. We have less program to get together. So that's why we focus on the fun program other than the academic activities, because the PGSS try to get in touch with the all PG students, which is only possible for the fun gathering. Especially after Hari Raya, we arrange the mass Eid gathering. So we try to invite all the PG students to gather together. But this year is we are unable to do these things because of uh, COVID
COVID-19.
pandemic. Yeah, COVID pandemic. So that's why we are celebrating online Eid gathering. So this is actually it's hearing something laughing, but at least we can enjoy the moment and share our custom and culture. I really appreciate it. So I think that's all. If you have any
Thank you so much,
question,
brother.
yeah.
Thank you so much for arranging this kind of program, Brother Jihad. Thank you, Sanur, brother. Thank you for joining.
Thank you too for your question.
So thank you very much, Brother Sanwar, for your wonderful presentation about Bangladesh Eid celebrating. Now I'm feeling now I am in Bangladesh, and then I hope you guys already enjoy Bangladeshi culture, tradition, and celebrating Eid. And you are most welcome to visit Bangladesh and enjoy Semai, Bangladesh, and Jarda Pulao and biryani, all these things. So now almost finish our four speaker from 3 countries. If anyone want to share their and each celebrating experience, you are most welcome. Please hand raise.
And also, if anyone want to ask any question regarding our culture, also we are ready to answer.
Yeah.
Well, it would be better if anyone from Malaysia can speak out about their culture.
Yeah. Sister Shakira, you can share some Eid celebrating with us.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Actually, I'm sorry for not turning on my camera because I'm not ready to I'm not ready to turn on my camera because I'm doing something else just now. Actually I'm not local. Local mean I'm not from KL. I am from the northern part actually. I'm from Perlis. So therefore, normally during Eid, we will be like traveling few days earlier to celebrate with our family back home. Unfortunately, during this time of this pandemic, we have to stay put where we are. So we only celebrate this is a new it's basically a new things for us. We have to celebrate here in Gombak because I'm living nearby UM actually. So actually, this is the second time after 12 years we've been away from home celebrating our Eid. First was 12 years ago when I gave birth to my daughter on during Ramadan, so we cannot travel back. So this is the second time. Just only a small celebration with three of us. I only have one child, so only three of us staying at home, celebrate our Eid. We have our Jamaah prayer in the morning. I cook some dishes, so I cook extra and share with our neighbor actually. So we have some sort of food here and there, but I cook less than normally we do. I do cook some food for our first day of Eid, but less. Normally I will help my family to cook like 2-3 chickens for one time, but this time I only have like half of chicken or like 3/4 of chicken and cook, so not much. Is basically we don't meet anybody, so it's just like the feeling is just like you, all of you, my international friends, brothers and sisters, whereby you cannot visit or you cannot go and meet some your family during Eid. It's just the same feeling actually. It's just a matter we are in our home country, but we cannot go anywhere. So just a small celebration with us. Yeah, Sister Damia share some picture of the food, but I normally we had ketupat, the sticky rice with the curry, chicken curry or beef curry or rendang. So I think that's about it. This time it's very simple. We only have one day of celebration and that's it. Not much like we used to for like 2-3 weeks of Eid celebration, meeting friends and family here and there. So I guess that's about it that I want to share with all of you today. Thank you so much. Back
Thank
to
you,
you, Brother
Sister.
Burhan.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Shakira, for your experience and sharing your celebrating it. So anyone want to share your experience and your celebrating? Please raise hand.
Anyone from Africa, African continent?
Please don't forget to take your cookies from CPS today and Friday. And also please fill up the survey, one about today's session and another one about postgraduate student curriculum under CPS. So I think, yes.
Brother Burhan, Kui Raya will be collected from CPS.
From CPS.
Today until Friday.
Yeah, today until Friday. CPS will be open. You can take your cookies.
Okay, thank you.
So anyone, do you have any question, any comment, any suggestion?
Brother, how have you celebrated your Eid in campus?
You asking about me?
About all of you.
Actually, me and other 15 students, we did our Eid al-Fitri Salat in Mahalla Ali, level 3. But it was unofficial, but that time not still not allowed to gather in Surau, in Musalla. But very shortly, briefly, within 5 minutes, we did our Eid prayer without khutbah and without any praying and without any gathering. Just pray and then come back to our room. So after that, we are unable to go outside until 2 days before university IM allow us to go outside morning time 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We can go outside and then we can buy our necessity things, but we have to do a QR code application, and then we have to fill up our form, all information, and then we have to return to IIM 4 p.m. So after that, I had now not allow a student to go outside by gate 1, main gate. Now we have to go by gate 2, and we have to put our metric card. When we come back to IIM, and then we get the metric card again. So this is the my it's celebrating in this corona pandemic time.